together.
Yeah, they're all kind of like bobbing up.
Big, big Chungus, big Chungus, big Chungus, big, big Chungus, big Chungus, big Chungus, big, big Chungus, big Chungus.
Alright, welcome back to I Am Setsuna. In the last part, we took down the Aurorian tiger. So all the distortions are now gone.
The spiger.
Yeah, the big old spiger.
Which we have deemed a spiger is a spider tiger that looks like a tiger with 8 legs.
With 8 legs, okay. Because I was thinking, like, if I were to draw this, would it be like a giant spider with stripes and whiskers? Would it be a tiger with 8 legs? Or would it be kind of like some kind of like centurion thing where like the top half is a tiger and the bottom half is a spider?
I like the idea of it looks like a tiger
Uh-huh.
with 8 legs and a bunch of eyes.
Okay. Multiple eyes.
Yeah.
Nah, that's pretty cool. I'll have to throw that into the one idea I'm doing with all the punny names.
Yeah.
That one. All right, Phrygian Heights.
We're in the friggin' heights.
Yep. Time to climb up the mountain. Because we're almost at the last lands. Oh boy, look at the thickness of this snow.
Kerr's like, yay!
Our journey's almost over. I can feel my feet soon.
Seriously, I know it's a super ghetto thing to do, but if you ever have to walk through like a lot of snow like that, I used to do door to door, so I know this.
All right.
Put like your warmest, fuzziest pair of socks you have on first, and then
Okay.
wrap your feet in plastic bags.
Oh, okay.
And then put on another pair of thick socks before you put them in your shoes.
Oh.
Because the bags will keep your inside socks
Gotcha.
dry.
Well, what was
So
that
your-
I was
your feet
watching
don't
where
feel
it's
as
like
cold.
they designed socks wrong? You're supposed to wear them on the inside out for the toes. Wasn't that in like Finding Forrester?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, check out this little
because
guy.
the seams.
They're like snail crabs, hermit crabs, I think.
Snail crabs. I like that so much better.
Well, the shell reminds me of a snail.
Yeah.
That's why I thought that. But then I saw the front. It's an armonite.
Like, have you ever seen a hermit crab without a shell?
A couple times. They are some bizarre little
They
critters.
are very weird. It was
It's
very
just like,
uncomfortable.
no,
I
bring
felt-
me my house back.
I felt dirty watching my hermit crab change shells. Like I wasn't supposed to be seeing it.
Pervert!
I know. Peeping Tom!
Peeping Tom! Alright.
So when we do, eventually, a cosplay, how do we want to make Aeterna more masculine for you? Because I'm not going to put you in a skirt.
I'd say just like a thick hoodie. Or like a long hoodie. That like covers kind of the most of like my jeans.
Okay.
And then maybe I'll just have like tights or leggings.
Okay.
I think that could work. And then we could put like her snow boots
Yeah.
on top of that. And I think that would work.
So I think it's easier to make things more like effeminate.
Mm-hmm.
Like being Endir. You know, just wear a skirt.
Yeah. But no, I could see it working out. Ooh. Ooh, that did quite a bit of damage there. I like how their helmet makes them look almost like human.
Yeah.
With like the little eyes and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I like it.
They don't have that crustacean look. They're almost human. Oh, you know what else they remind me of?
He was
Remember
the
those like
Cute.
prehistoric sea creatures with kind of like the conch shell? And they're
Yeah.
kind of like squid face?
Yeah.
But like, they remind me of that. I forget their name. I forget if it's like Bilicide or something.
I know which ones you're talking about.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're extinct.
Yes. They have like close relatives that are still alive.
Yeah, but they don't have the hard
Yeah.
shell. They're kind of like similar to cuttlefish in a way.
Yeah.
Check out these guys. What are you, you big balloompa? Oh, well, you're dead.
Because I'm deceased.
I am extinct. Just like the Bilicide or whatever that critter's name is. What we got here?
Sorry, I just ran through like a mini flashback. I went to the grocery store the other day
Okay.
and
Galumpa. Okay.
ran into one of like an old family friend that I haven't seen in a while.
Okay.
And it was the dad of the kids that I was friends with. And he's
Okay.
like, how's your mom? And I was like, oh, you know, she actually passed away, you know, a little over a year ago. And he was like, oh my God. Oh my, that just ruined my day. And I was like, I'm sorry?
Imagine what it did for me.
It's just, it threw me off. I was waiting for like the usual response of like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you know. And it just
ruined my
whole
day.
day.
Just ruined my whole day.
I genuinely felt bad. I was like, I'm sorry.
Best part of the sandwich. You ruined it. Oh, we got a lot of Galumpas.
They look like they're about to drop a sick beat. Just like the way that they were all moving together.
Yeah, they're all kind of like bobbing up. Big Chungus, big Chungus, big Chungus, big Chungus, big Chungus, big
no
Chungus. It's this like meme song that's going around because of Big Chungus is like this like large version of Bugs Bunny. I guess there's like this cartoon of like Bugs Bunny hibernating and he comes out as like what's called the Big Chungus.
Oh, okay. I know a lot of like cartoons do that. They have one of Sandy from SpongeBob that did that too.
Yeah. Which one of you's the real pinhead, Larry? I am. You. But no,
I love Sandy and Patrick's relationship.
Sandy and Patrick's?
Yes.
They hate each other.
I know.
Well, she hates him.
I know.
He's just kind of like, ugh.
But like, I love the memes of like whenever she's trying to rope them and it's Patrick and SpongeBob running and she ropes Patrick.
Yep. SpongeBob!
I love the ones that are all now like kids born in 91 and they're Patrick, they get roped and it's
Yep.
SpongeBob and it's like kids born in 92. Sandy's 30s.
Yep. I'm coming for you. I love how that in that episode she's like making the lasso and it turns into SpongeBob.
Yeah.
God, that show.
So good.
Has it been about a year since we did the like 10 favorite episodes of that?
I think so, almost. Yeah.
And like we hardcore went at that. To,
Oh yeah,
like, think
we
of those
binge
episodes.
watched all of it and like actually sat down and discussed why one is better than the other. And
Whereas for the retrospective we're doing on like the Nickelodeon cartoons and the
Cartoons.
Cartoon Network cartoons, I think we're just highlighting a couple episodes. Ooh, Alchemian Blade. I gotta see this.
that one, I'm like not absolutely certain exactly what I want to do with it yet, but like I mean I've been watching so many cartoons and things like that, and it's just like which ones held up over the course of time, which ones are like more nostalgic that I'm like, yeah, they probably should stay in the 90s.
Right.
So just trying to be like,
Get a flow going.
yeah, because some of them I watched too that were around that I didn't watch as a kid
That you've experienced now.
yeah, like Billy and Mandy.
Right.
You know, I didn't watch that growing up, but rewatching it now, I'm like, I love it. I think it was really clever and fun.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, why does that one outdo something like Cat Dog?
Yeah. Something that you've watched as a kid.
So it's just like trying to figure out how I want to approach our cartoon episode.
Yeah. Oh, wow. There's a lot of paths. Well, where there's fresh new enemies, fresh meat to kill, must mean we're going in the right direction. Oh, look at IDR's new sword.
Ooh.
It's kind of like chainsaw without
is.
the motor, I guess. Because it doesn't move. It just kind of has that like jagged edge to it. It's like that super slap.
Just bitch
Get it
slap.
together!
Get your shit
Quit stuttering during the commentary!
I like the colors on the Galumba.
That name is so weird. It sounds like a Mario enemy.
Yeah.
Like Koopa, Goomba, Galoompa.
A lot of ooh
Yeah.
sounds.
The ooze.
Oompa loompa.
Yep.
Doopity-doo.
Definitely get that as well from these guys. Oh, so close to have Endir level up. Red top raisin?
Radish?
Did it say radish?
I thought it said radish.
I thought I saw raisin. We'll find out in post who was right and who was wrong. Who was right? Who was wrong? Find out in the finished episode.
What if it was like both of us are wrong?
What does it say? Rutabaga? Red top Rutabaga?
Is it Rutabaga or is it a Rutabaga? So it starts with an A or an R.
Huh?
Like how possum starts with an O.
Yeah. My vote is for Rutabaga, starting with an R.
Let's see.
Yeah. Who's right? Who's wrong? Let's find out.
Rutabaga. Yes, it does. It starts with an R.
Woohoo! Well, I got one thing right.
Rutabaga. I don't think we've ever had Rutabagas.
I don't think I've ever seen a Rutabaga. I'm just familiar with the word. Oh, come on! Still didn't level up. That ain't a Rutabaga. Oh. How amusing.
There's a meme that was just shared to me. And it says when you live in a bad neighborhood, but you know everyone. And it's a goat walking through like this giant mass of alligators.
Uh-oh. Fiery puff puffs. If I'm not mistaken, these guys detonate in chains. So, like, when this guy's gonna detonate, the other one's
they
gonna...
explode together.
Yep. Yep, so there he goes. So that means this one, yep.
Oh.
Ooh.
I do hate that you can't control where everyone is standing, but they have, like...
You can
explosion
control
damage.
depending on the skill you use. Because, like, backslash, you're going to end up right behind the enemy in question that you're targeting. Cyclone, you're going to swipe and they're going to go across from you.
Okay.
So, depending on the attack... Because, like, your basic attack, you're going to stay there and you're just going to
It's just
charge
like
towards the enemy. And
one of those things that, like, you can't get away from it.
Mm-hmm.
I do like how their little flippers stick straight out the back.
Oof. Here comes another one.
Oh.
Oof. Yeah, we're gonna have to heal. Oh, don't have to heal. He leveled up.
Ba-boom!
Hooray! That worked in our favor. I love it when a plan comes together.
I know. I'm also trying to think, like, since I'm going to be Endir, how I want to make the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to, like, make it out of, like, a leather?
Are you like me and, like, you'll get a bit more anxious wearing a full body mask, or...
I think
will you
as
feel comfortable?
long as my mouth is not covered up,
Okay.
I'll be okay. Because if anything, I think if, like, the top of my head is covered, I will actually feel more comfortable.
Okay.
But if my mouth and my nose is covered, I start to get, like...
I just get, like, really heated.
Yeah.
And you know me, I can easily dehydrate. I'm like
Yeah.
a fucking snake.
Yeah.
To the point where, like, I'll
When
be
you
like,
dehydrate, it's not
"Oh."
like, oh, have a glass of water and you're fine again. Like, you're down for a
Yeah.
minute.
I'm getting dizzy.
Because it's like that when you don't eat, too. I can forget to eat for an entire day, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot to eat today. And you're like, you miss a meal, and you're just like, I'm dying. I'm like, I have all the reserves. You have nothing on reserve.
Yep.
So...
Yep, that's always problematic. Or it's just like, did you eat today? And my stomach, like, chimes in for me. No, you stupid motherfucker, did not!
I know, and I'm just like, wow, okay.
Well, yes, I did. He lies!
Well, you know, like today, like I wasn't feeling awesome this morning, and I like slept in. Because I did have plans to like get up and make breakfast. And then...
I got cinnamon toast crunch.
I know, I heard you eating it.
You heard me eating it? I was in the other room.
No, I was in here making thumbnails.
Oh.
And you were eating it and just like... And then your dog sat right in front of you, just... And I was like, I'm gonna lose my shit. This is how mass murder happens. Like...
You should have looked at the clock and be like, it's okay, he's out here in 20 minutes.
Well, I also knew that I was like, you're being ridiculous because I just like woke up in a bad mood. So like the first time I woke up, I was okay. And then I made the decision to lay back down.
Oh, I see.
So, which I was
Yeah,
like,
I've
was
had
a
those
terrible
mornings.
decision. I was going to stay up. And then like, it was a little bit chilly. The windows were open.
Sky apple. That's an amusing ingredient.
So it's just a wee bit cold, and the blankets were there, and you looked cozy, and I was like, well, I'm gonna lay back down.
Oh, that looks painful. There's a lot of those bombs. Before we do anything, let's swap with someone with a bit more health. Here we go, Julian. Let's just put you right in the middle of a chain reaction.
She's like, oh, shit.
See, there you go. So you do a cyclone, that way they all, like, form away
Fan
from
out.
you. But I also think maybe jump. When she crash lands, she might be able to destroy
See, it's
all
just
of
like
it.
he
No.
doesn't move back.
Yeah, because with that ability, like, once he hits, he stays where he delivered that blow. But also, like, they're far away, so it
Well,
doesn't
they
hurt
also all
anyone.
just died, and Julian is still fucking around up.
She's
in
like,
the
well,
clouds.
guess I'll just ascend.
He's like, well, I'm glad you guys took care of that. Guess I'll come back.
World Tree Staff.
Ooh, I
Grr.
bet that goes to Kerr.
Yes, it does. All right. Oh, neat. It's a branch.
I was expecting something different.
It was just a
I was
little branch.
I was a little disappointed there.
It's Kerr. I'm not that disappointed. It's
Kerr's,
kind of
I feel like Kerr's gonna look at it and be like, really?
He's
A
like, this,
branch?
could you imagine, like, now in character, like, who would that be? Probably in IDR. Look, we got you a magic tree staff, and he's like, it's a branch. No, 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 it's a world
staff.
tree staff.
Yeah.
Got me a fucking branch.
You haven't watched the anime yet, but I think it's really cute. I don't know if you'd like it. It's called the Little Witch Academia, or Little Witch Academy.
We like things with the name Academia, don't we?
Well, it's because they're in school.
Okay.
So it's like My Hero Academia, they're in hero school. Little Witch Academia, they're in witch school.
Okay.
But that happens. They're like looking for this magic wand that's like legendary. And it's
Oh,
supposed to like
shit.
save the world and all this jazz. And like they find it and it's a stick.
Ah!
And like the bad guy that's after it is like, that can't be right. That's not right. And they like take it and it just like blows bubbles. And she's like, what the fuck? Like,
That's amusing.
yeah. It's
Whoop,
I
easy.
just bumped my mic. Well, I bumped the table that
Ancient
the mic is
Beast Eye.
attached to.
That
But it's really
contains
cute.
me.
It's a cute anime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I give things a chance.
I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised with how much you like Ouran High School Host Club. That's the one that I was most like, he's gonna hate it.
No, I think it's funny as shit.
I love that it
Because
doesn't.
like I know it's a
like,
comedy. If
yeah.
it was like a serious like rom, like
Yeah.
more focused on romance without the comedy, I probably wouldn't
Oh
like
yeah,
it.
I wouldn't like it. I love that it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Because like there's some shows where I'm just like, and then like I'll leave, or like I'll know you're watching it in the other room and I won't come in
Yeah.
until I know it's over. Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh, you hate that one?
I'm not too fond of it. Nah,
Okay.
it's very much the Disney
It's
Channel.
early
I
2000s
don't much care.
sitcom, yeah.
Yeah, laugh at every line, overacting, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like, it's a shtick that's just not for me. Because like, I've made a discovery
I
recently
just
that
don't know
like,
what else to put on, so
it
I'm just
doesn't
like,
matter.
oh,
watch whatever you
Yeah.
want. Because like the point I'm trying to make is like, I want to be more positive and just, I say this numerous times, but like, I'm glad you enjoy it, but it's not for
Yeah.
me. Because I've discovered that like, no matter what it is, like look up any scene of like a movie, whether it's beloved or not,
Yeah.
you will find a comment.
that they don't,
Of so-
yeah,
Well, no.
of someone being
Someone
like,
will be like,
trash.
this was my childhood. This
Yeah.
meant so much to me. No matter what it is, whether it's a video game
is
or like a
true.
television show, and someone will be like, this meant so much to me because of A, B, and C.
Yeah.
This helped me through a difficult part
you
of
don't
my
want
life.
shit on that.
Exactly. Whereas, no matter how popular something is, someone has a hit piece of be like, wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. To where, at the point, it's just like, just follow what is in your vibe.
Yeah.
And if
Whereas,
it's
like,
not in your vibe, let
honestly-
it go.
honestly,
because there
for,
is
like-
so much that is with your vibe.
Well, for
out
me,
there.
it's like, because I love music, but I get very particular about music. I can't just put on a playlist and be like, okay, cool. Like, I will pay too much attention to the song that's on, and if I don't want to listen to it, I'll like skip until I find a song I want to listen to. And then I can't find another song that lives up to that song, so I end up like replaying that song, hence River. And then I drive everyone around me crazy because I can't always wear headphones because I have funky ears. So instead,
There it is.
put on a TV show or a movie.
The Last Lands.
Dun, dun, dun. But, and a lot of the time, it's not that I want to like sit down and watch it. I just need noise. Like, I just need to have something on. So like, I obviously, like, I don't want to hate what I have on. And it's like, anymore with like modern movies and modern TV shows, I'm just like, it's so predictable and so bad that I'm like, I just don't want to have anything to do with this. So I'll just rewatch old things, which is why I started watching so many cartoons. But
It's not in your vibe.
yeah. Whereas like I'm not like personally attached to Wizards of Waverly Place, but I don't hate it.
Right.
So it's like I can have it on in the background while I do other things, and it does what I need it to do. Whereas I'll get distracted by music.
I don't hate it, just like I get annoyed by it after a while. I'm just like, yeah, I can't sit through this.
I don't like the laugh tracks.
Yeah, it's really bad. Like
Yeah.
a lot of sitcoms, especially Big Bang Theory, gets flack for that. But I think Disney Channel shows are the worst.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
like every fucking line.
And it's like,
Oh, holy shit!
Julian,
Julienne changed her tone again. Protect
you
Setsuna.
pick a fucking side, Julian.
This is why we have you jump out of battle while we kill all the monsters.
I know.
It's like, you get out of here. You're a little sporadic. You spaz. It's okay. I don't think it's the storm.
No, I thought it was like a sudden rain, and I was like, I gotta close the windows. It's just an airplane. Because I opened the windows downstairs for the cats.
So Aeterna disappeared, and now Julian's leaving. The Fellowship has disbanded.
She just walks away with her head
She's
down.
just gonna limp away. I am not worthy. We gotta find out what the real cure is, because we've supposedly healed her twice and it's still not working. We gotta find the true cure.
True cur.
The true cure. Cur, you're the cure. I am? We
What?
need your blood.
I just have a stick.
I found a stick. But yeah, there's actually a bit of game left because the Last Lands we can't reach because like there's no land leading up to the Last Lands.
Yeah.
So we gotta find a way to reach it. And also we gotta find Aeterna and Julienne. So let's go back to town and regroup. And while we regroup, there we go. I'll finish my thought. So I'll say this. I feel that fandoms get a little too attached to their franchises.
Yeah, I can't.
To the
I'm
point of
not in
gatekeeping.
any fandoms.
Which is just like, it's not good for anybody anymore.
Yeah.
Because like this stuff is not meant to last forever. If you still enjoy it, fine. Like Star Wars.
Yeah.
If you still enjoy it, cool. But like, let other people enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because that's what's happening with the prequels now.
Yeah, that's how
They've
I feel
grown up
about that whole franchise.
and they're enjoying
like,
the prequels.
And it's like,
Whereas
you know what?
those with the Disney, they're going to grow up and they're going to enjoy the sequels.
Yeah.
I still don't like them.
I feel like
I still have my
we've
issues,
reached the
but I'm not
age
gonna
of
gatekeep
old.
it.
Yeah, I
from
feel
other
like we've
people.
reached the age of old.
Yes.
And it's like, but we've both finally hit the understanding of like, especially when it comes to like Disney remakes. Neither of us like them.
No.
In fact, we have some pretty strong feelings that go deeper than just not liking them.
Yes.
And the younger people love them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, because that is their first impression of that story.
Yeah.
So they're not comparing
And,
it. Because
the
like,
originals
I remember,
aren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
They're still on Disney
Oh,
Plus.
I wanna watch, Aladdin. it's not like someone is taping my eyelids open and making me watch the live action one. I can
Right.
go and watch the cartoon one,
Yes.
you know. It didn't go anywhere. But it's the same thing that, like, our parents, I don't know about yours, but that, like, my parents would do is, you know, I would watch something, they're like, oh, I remember when that first came out, and it was so much better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've reached that age now of, like, I remember when that first came out, and it was better. Like, so it's just, like, you know, it's not aimed at.
But it's also like, what determines what is good outside from opinions? Is it the money made? Because there's things that made a ton of money that people don't like. Look at Avatar.
Yeah. And we're still getting a second one.
Is it like things that like everyone loves now that turned out to be flops?
I don't know.
Because like there's stuff like that was like panned by critics, and
Yeah.
through time people were just like, oh, this is a masterpiece. It was ahead of its time. I'm just like, well, at the time, no one gave a shit.
I think it, like...
And like, I'm not even seeking
I think
an
it
answer.
is, like,
I'm just
personal
like,
opinion.
it's
just
kind
because...
of like, at the end of the day, you're going to like what you like and dislike what you
Yeah.
dislike, and you shouldn't point your finger at any
Right.
opposition and be
To
like,
be like,
you're
"You're
wrong
wrong."
for
Yeah.
thinking different than me.
That's why I have a hard time calling anything, like, a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever watched a movie or played a game or read a book and been like, this is a masterpiece.
Right.
No, because there's always something that I'm like, that wasn't really my favorite. You know, I can still see flaws in the things I love, like Supernatural, for example. Like, I love that franchise so much. But like you said, it's because it was with me in a time of my life where I needed it. But I can I can still see the flaws in the show, you know, from different plot points and things that they did that I was just like, eh. But I watched it anyway because I loved the show, you know, the characters and their stories and the actors and their stories. And, you know, I wanted to support it.
Yeah. Or like, to
But-
bring it full circle, like, look at this. You genuinely like I Am Setsuna.
Yeah.
And there are quite a few people that really like Setsuna,
Yeah.
but there's also a lot that are just like, it's not Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I get that.
Well, I
But
have
I
a hard
also
time.
understand that like the creators like that made Chrono Trigger made this, so like some of that is gonna bleed through, whether intentional or not. Do I think they kind of shot themselves in the foot by like advertising it
as
similar to Chrono Trigger? Probably.
But it's like, it could go, you know, either way. Like, they could advertise it as Chrono Trigger, and then people that liked that game would play this one and like this one. Or it could go the other way when people compare it and they're like, well, this isn't the same game.
Yeah. But I've reached this point where like I watch videos and like I used to see like a hit piece on like what you remember isn't as good as you thought, and I used to be like, how dare you? To where now I'm just like, meh.
I stay away from those types of things because I just get annoyed by it.
It depends what the tone is, because if the tone is like talking down, it's been like, you were wrong about this piece of media, I'm just like, well, fuck you. Who are you to say that?
Yeah.
But whereas if it's someone like, I know this is popular, but I wasn't big on it, I like that kind of stuff, because that's the kind of stuff that I do.
I think what annoys me,
Or like,
though,
I actually
because
think this was an underrated masterpiece, or like a really underrated film.
Well, like, I know the big thing, like, especially with, like, games, that I get just very annoyed with. I started to learn more about it when we were playing Origami King, Paper Mario, and people are like, well, this isn't Thousand Year Door. This is different. This isn't the same. This is different. I don't like this. It's not Thousand Year Door. And I'm like, then just go fucking play Thousand Year Door. Like, it's a different game. It's a different creator. It's a different story. Like, just because they use the title Paper Mario, because that is the aesthetic being used, doesn't mean it is the same game. Like, if you want the same game, go play the old game.
Yeah.
So I think I just get really annoyed when people make that type of comparison when there's like a remake or a remastering or a redo of some kind or a continuation. And they're like, well, it's not the same. Then go do the old one.
Yeah, the developers took a risk.
Like,
it may not have been a risk for you, but they wanted to take a risk.
But it's just like...
It's very common for artists.
And with those things, there's no winning because then you make a game that's the same. Well, this is the same as the old one. This is the same. There's nothing new. There's no new characters. There's nothing new here. And it's like, I'm sorry, you just bitched at the last game that it was too different.
Yeah.
Like, what are these people supposed to do?
But like something to keep in mind in like your case is that like that is just a small vocal minority.
Yeah.
That is not like all Paper Mario fans.
Oh,
like,
no, because
it's
like,
all over
I
the
also
place
learned
right
that as
now.
well when we finished and we were like looking at reviews and stuff like that about how many people actually really enjoyed it. And why they enjoyed it, and like old school Paper Mario fans that liked it or didn't like it and their reasoning. And I'm like, okay, there's logic behind this.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
it's not just this isn't the same. Like those people just tend to be a little louder.
Yes, and that's usually how it goes. It's the same people that were just like, the prequels suck.
But
and
it's,
now,
like, it's getting to
the
be like
prequel
that.
is the new hot thing when it comes to Star Wars, and the sequels suck. And
Well,
I
it's
guarantee
getting
you
to
in
be-
10 years, the sequels are going to be the new hot thing, and the newer thing's going to suck.
Well, it's like it's getting to be like that in books too, and it's like for anyone watching, I'm Setsuna here, that has looked at any of my book reviews. I've been reading a lot of children's books because the same thing is going on in the book community, where every book is the same. It has the same characters, it has the same plot, it has the same issue, the same villain. It's all just the same.
Yeah.
Like it's the same with a different name slapped on it. So it's not just games and movies. Like it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. I think
So
it just has
instead
to
of
do with,
bitching
like,
about it, I'm gonna go and read what I know I will enjoy, and that just so happens in this time of life to be children's books.
Yeah, and that's my mantra right now.
Yeah.
So there you go. Tangent aside, we'll see you all in the next part when we gather our Aeterna and Julienne.
Our Aeterna and Julienne.
Our Aeterna and Julienne.
Toodaloo.